So first step's going to be on any Volkswagen is going to be to remove the plastic caps that are covering these wheel bolts. I think there may be a specific tool for that, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a straight head screwdriver. Let's get cracking. Just to reiterate that, we're going to be loosening the wheel bolts, not actually taking them off yet. That's them there. They can be a pain to get out sometimes, but with a bit of persuasion and a nice solid screwdriver, they'll just pop out. These are ridiculously tight. I have to actually stand on the bar just to move it anywhere. Ah, well that was easy. Okay, now what we want to do is jack up our car, finding a suitable jacking point, which is usually under the sill, which is right there. And you want to do this till the wheel is about an inch off the ground. And now we can go ahead and take the rest of this wheel off. And here's a closer look at our upgraded brakes. They are the M-Tech C-Hook discs with the EBC yellow stuff pads. And like I said before, these things are just fantastic. And that's the bushing we're here to replace today. Just before we tackle this, we want to make sure that the car is fully secure. Even though it is on a jack, we want to make sure there's an axle stand underneath, just in case that thing fails. We don't want the car to come crushing us. But yeah, let's do that now. So what I've done is the jack's still here under the sill, nice and secure. And what I've done is place an axle stand right underneath. Sorry if I can get this on camera. Right underneath the subframe. So yep, that's not going anywhere. We can just give that a quick tug. Yep, and that's not going anywhere. So that's fully secure. That's fully secure. Now we can go about taking the bolts out of the control arm. And then that way we can get the bushing off. So the bolts that we need to remove are just the big bolt on that side. There's a couple of bolts here, and then there's a couple of bolts just under here. I'm going to give them a quick soak of WD-40, leave that for about 5 minutes, and then continue taking them off. Now these two bolts, these two bigger bolts back here, these are a 16mm and this one's a 13mm, because of course it is, otherwise it'd be easy. And for this 13mm, we're going to have to put a spanner on the top and then get the gun on the bottom, otherwise that's just going to keep on spinning and spinning. And there we have it, these bolts out. Now on to the next one, which is that bad boy. I hate using these universal joints. Comment down below if you also hate universal joints. And just to be clear, these are also 18mm. Sorry, I thought they were all 18. Seems this one was 18. These further two appear to be 16. Oh, finally. Oh, and that is out. Right, so this is what we have here. So the arm is finally out. This is the bushing that we're here to change, and as you can see, it is pretty cracked and pretty nasty looking. Although it is the original Volkswagen, so I imagine this was on here since the car was made. So that's interesting. However, the ones we have here to replace that are not original Volkswagen, but they seem to be pretty good quality, seem to be pretty tough. So let's hope these work just fine. But now it's just a task of getting this thing off of here. So let's put the camera down and crack on with that. Oh, well, that was easy. And there we have it, that's the old one. And that's the new one that we're going to replace it with. And then reassembly should just be the reverse of everything that we've just done. But only this time be a lot easier because now everything is seized on or torqued down to 1,000,000 Newton meters. Now with all the bolts loosely in position, you can see that one there, and these three here are all loosely in position, and also the ones underneath. Sorry about the camera work, I can't really see what I'm doing, but there we are. With all this loosely in position, now all we need to do is torque them all down, and this should be done. Right, so quick update, that didn't actually work. So as it turns out, cheap eBay knockoffs aren't the way to go. So as I went to tighten them, the bolt wasn't actually even tight. There's still a little gap, and as I went to torque it down, the thing just shattered. The aluminium was just like, nope, I've had enough, and I'm out of here. I'll show you what I mean. So here we have the original one that I took off the car. As you can see, the bushing itself is pretty cracked. The rubbers are pretty much perished and gone. So anyway, so I bought the one off eBay, like this one, to replace that. The rubbers are fine, but as well show you now. Yeah. Hello everybody, just want to pause it here and just let you know that I did put the wrong side on, and that's why this smashed into pieces. Otherwise it would have went on with no problem. But because of the cheap rubbers, the handling would have been all over the place. Now back to the video. Yeah, so it literally just shattered. So a little bit torque with the torque cord, and this just exploded. But not to worry. What I've done is I had to run out to your car parts and grab a replacement set. I did ring the dealers. The dealers did say theirs were 130 or 160 pound, but there was going to be about a 2-day wait. Obviously I can't wait 2 days. I can't leave the car like this. So I've got this one here. I can't pronounce that name, so I'm not going to try. But this one is much more substantial. The aluminium is a lot thicker than the cheap eBay one. And they will just put them side by side. The aluminium is a lot thicker. Well, on camera it looks a little bit thicker, but in person, actually holding the thing, there's quite a difference. Looks a lot nicer. Obviously took a lot more care with it. The rubbers seem a lot higher quality. And another thing I noticed with these cheap eBay ones, this was about £20. When you actually lip this over, there's not much of a good seal on here. So whereas on this one, this would actually hold it tight, whereas this one is kind of like just loose in there. It wasn't too bad, but it was still a bit loose. So I mean, once everything's all tightened up, I imagine that would give some give, and it would be pretty much like having the bad bushing in the first place. So we'll throw that away. But yeah, we have this one, so let's see how this one goes. I'll show you the difference. So here's the original OEM, so we'll just pop that on there. That's a bit of resistance, but it does go on. A bit difficult doing it with one hand, but yeah, obviously let's push down a little bit more, but yeah, that just goes straight on. Here is the cheap eBay one. Do you see how easy that is? Just slot straight on. And if you look at the insides, there's a lot of movement, which shouldn't be there. This is supposed to grip that tight, so there's no like vibration or anything, so it absorbs it all. But this clearly isn't doing that, and yet this thing is brand new. And see how easy that come off? I can do one hand. And this one, which is our new replacement, I can't even get that on there. I can't even get that on there with one hand. I can't even get that on there at all. That is like as tight as can be. So what I'm gonna have to do is put the camera down, force this on, well, with a bit of lube in there, and you join me back while I'm fitting it on. And just like that, the new one's on. This one actually fits a lot nicer. It just went straight on, everything lined up. With the other one, the alignment with the bolts was slightly out. I think there's some bad marking on the casting, but this one is exactly how it is with the OEM one. Everything lined up perfectly. It's bolted straight in, there's no fuss. And I actually put all this back together, including that bushing, faster than it took me just to fit that one bushing from the old Chinese one. It just goes to show, buy quality parts, and not only will they last longer, but they'll also give you a lot less headache when it comes to fit them. Now all that's left to do is just put the wheel on, and that should be all she wrote.